1,000 agents throughout the state and helped create and close thousands of home sales over 4 decades. Get the straight information from Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883.
Join us tomorrow from noon to 1 at Premier Portable Buildings, 1690 South Memorial Drive in Prattville for our Warm Hearts for Seniors supply drive. Drop off much needed supplies to benefit the Central Alabama Aging Consortium.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Our baby fell out of the window. You think that her head would be split, but good luck was with her that morning. She fell in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. An old lady died in a bathtub. She died from a terrible fit. In order to fulfill her wishes, she was buried in 6 feet of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. When I wasn't friends with the army, one day I looked into my kit. I thought I would find me a sandwich, but the darn thing was loaded with shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
Pulled my trigger, now they're dead. My girl, the perfect strike had just begun. White generals clean, coming ain't gone, we won. actually really matters.
And let me tell you, boys, this was an incredible, beautiful strike. The greatest military operation in the history of the world.
73.
Try again.
73.
We just bombed Iran, dropped hellfire on their head, pulled my trigger, now they're dead. My God, the perfect strike had just begun. White generals clean, coming ain't gone, we won.
Let's get it rolling.
My
Hey, when I screw up at the beginning, welcome to Happy Hour. It's like stunning intelligence and
cause it actually really matters.
And here they are.
Perhaps Tom Warren.
Let me tell you, boys, this was an incredible, beautiful strike.
You screw up right at the
The
beginning.
greatest military.
This is true. Well, I just wanted to get that number out there. That's even Facebook said, this is 20 times the average viewership you get for any of your posts.
Thanks.
And I wasn't even sure if I should because you just don't want to. It's a volatile time. Let's leave it at that. But it's so well done. And today, for example, the number that impressed me the most was the stock market coming back up instead of continuing its downward spiral because they're all a bunch of lemmings. And if one's scared, then they all run scared. What should we do? What should we do? This is why we turn to the leadership of Brett McDonald at Invista Advisors for analysis, and that'll be at 5:15. And hopefully things will start going in the other direction now on a day-to-day basis and get back those losses. I mean, traditionally, that's been the way it's gone. We've had a couple of roller coaster periods with the market, but it comes back. And if Trump were just a garden variety politician, he would have never done this because he knew that it would make gas prices spike a bit, maybe bring inflation up a little bit. But he wanted to do the right thing and get this done. So how many Ayatollahs have we wiped out so far? I think we've gone through the first team and the second team.
Yeah.
And anybody that says, hey, you're like, guess what? You are new supreme leader. No, that's give it to somebody else. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. Here's a target.
Yeah. Because that means you have about 12 hours to live, if that. Otherwise, he's got an energy roundtable at the White House going on. Business continues.
How's the red mark on his neck looking?
I have not seen it.
Oh, gosh.
Want to see my big toe?
Oh, yeah, I need to look at that, don't I?
I just need you to tell me if it needs to go to a doctor. I think I brought one of my toe condoms with me, though. I found the one that... this is...
But it slips off?
Well, it's rubber, so you slip it on. It should cling. This is it here. And it's just for protection. There's no medicine in it or anything like that. Just, I'm a...
Maybe you need to wear socks when you have it on.
I hate socks. I've got a package of 4 brand new pairs of socks in the car.
You know, I used to wear sandals and flip-flops all the time until I broke one of my middle toe and the bone, like the joint right behind it. And now I wear socks and closed-toed shoes pretty much all the time unless it's summer and I have Crocs on.
What was I hearing about Crocs recently? Oh, it was with that airline dress code.
Oh, to not wear Crocs?
Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Because Tampa
they don't make you take your shoes off anymore, so you can wear. Like I wore my combat boots the last time I flew. Like I like to wear. I didn't have to take them off.
Let's see. Well, it was a Monday bet. Maybe I can find it the old-fashioned way, like how it was listed. Except, did I?
Did you
Air Travel Warehouse. No wonder I can't find it. I'm in the wrong. Here it is. With George, what's his name?
Looking forward to your next airline flight?
Oh, yeah.
Then look the part at Air Travelers Warehouse. We have a wide selection of flannel pajama bottoms and Crocs in every neon color to suit the modern airline passenger who'd never wear a suit. Accessorize with a neck pillow and sleep mask so you can snoozing in the middle seat at 30,000 feet. Nothing says my comfort is more important than my dignity like being a 40-year-old wearing SpongeBob jammy pants at the P.F. Chang's during your layover in Atlanta. So stop in to Air Travelers Warehouse. You're gonna like the way you look, like you should be home on your couch with a hangover. I guarantee it.
I do think that people should dress, not like overdress, but dress nicely to go to the airport.
I agree, but I haven't flown in 14 years, so 15 years.
I just wore regular clothes. I mean, a regular outfit. I like to look cute, though. Most people don't care. I don't know. I always want to look better than an enemy that I might see out, so they can't say.
I wanted to look successful. I wasn't, wasn't worried about looking cute or handsome.
I just always want to look better than my worst enemy, so they can never see me out and say, "Oh, I saw Pamela looking like a bum." Nobody will ever say it.
So, as long as we're talking laundry, in this very sophisticated show that we run today,
Hold on, before you go on.
Sure.
The leisure suit that you posted on Facebook, that is like a sweatpants, but it looks like a suit.
Oh.
You have to get that for real.
Ah!
That is hilarious. You have to find one.
Maybe I can wear it on the bike, too.
That is hilarious.
Did a bike ride today. It was hot. It was
yeah.
hot. I did a lot of hills today, so I'm almost a little bit tired. I could use a little nap this afternoon. The big accomplishment for me today, I have an enormous bed. I bought it from a guy here in town 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I have nicknamed it the zip code. And today I washed the sheets and pillowcases because they really needed it. But I don't have a lot of room in my new room. I had lots of, you could dance around the bed. So I'm on there hooking each corner, hoping it doesn't come springing off. And I'm on my hands and knees tucking here and moving pillows, and I have my laptop and pill bottles and all kinds of crap that just accumulate. But I got it done.
Good. I enjoy having fresh sheets on the bed. It's so nice.
That and just getting it done makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a horrible procrastinator. I did check this shirt.
How often do you wash your bedding?
When I had help, much more frequently. But I do my bed. Well, it's a long story.
I think a good rule of thumb is weekly or every other week at the most.
That's probably what they recommend.
You are supposed to wash your pillowcases more frequently because of dust mites.
Okay, those I did.
And breathing in the dust from your pillows can make your allergies really bad.
That'll be interesting because every morning lately I've been waking up very congested. Maybe that's the cause.
It could be.
I didn't know that.
Maybe you'll feel better now that you've washed your pillowcases. You also need to replace your pillows, like every year.
Every year?
Yeah.
I've had some
Do
of
you
these
ever put those in the washer?
Some of the pillows I have came with the bed.
No. I think that's something people don't think about. You need to replace your pillows.
You know what I want to get? If I'm going to buy new pillows.
Unless you have one of those covers that completely,
one
like
of those.
an allergen reducing cover that you zip around your pillow.
Every time I go to a store, and you can only do so much to test try a pillow. Like, remember Kohl's had this thing where they had all these pillows, and you could stand up and lay your head down. They had a plastic covering on it, but you really can't tell from that. They need to have it set up for pillow testing so that you're on an actual bed with a TV, a refreshment, all the things that you usually have going on in the bedroom, and then see if it works that way.
You know where I have found the best pillows? At a hotel in New York City, and I found out what kind of pillows they use.
I need that information.
And you can buy them. Typically, you can buy them right from the hotel.
Yeah.
If you like their linens or their pillows, they'll have some that you can buy, or they'll give you the information to order from them. Because when you stay at a nice hotel, it's not cheap. I mean, it's like, $100 pillow.
Yeah.
But if it's a nice pillow, gosh, I love a good down pillow that is like mostly firm but has a little give.
Yeah. I got a pillow. It doesn't matter how I position the mattress, how flush I have it against the backboard, which is padded. I have one pillow that likes to crawl down in that space, and I'm always having this tug of war trying to get it back up. I don't know how it gets down there. I'm not pushing it down there. It just crawls.
They have wedges that you can buy like on Amazon that are like a triangle.
Really?
That you can put in that space.
Why don't I learn these things sooner in life?
That's what I'm here for.
I should be teaching these things to you. You're the whippersnapper, not me. So that's all I have.
You want to hear something awful? I mean, it's not awful. It's okay, but it's, you just moved. I have to move.
You do?
Yeah.
This is happening frequently.
Well, no. I mean, I moved last year, but we rented a house and the landlord wants to move into it. So
that's what happened to Janelle.
We have to move, but we found a house already and it's right down the road. So it's going to be easy to move.
Yes.
However, when we moved into this house, we said, we never want to do this again, or not for a while.
I would try Admiral. They've moved me twice.
Okay.
And they're excellent. They moved me between shows, remember?
Yes.
January 8th.
Yeah.
They got it all out. They got it all in the new place with an 11-mile drive between. And
we have a 1.4 mile drive.
You should be able to get it done in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Tops.
And the last time we moved, we're the type of people that everything is in its place by the time we go to bed.
Wow.
Literally.
I still have 3 wardrobe boxes. That's why you see me in the same clothes.
No.
I have not unpacked 3 wardrobe boxes because I really have no place to put them.
We are completely moved in like before we go to bed at night almost. And the house we're moving to is smaller. So I'm like racking my brain how I'm going to organize things and fit things in it. Luckily, when I moved out of my house and into this house last year, like I had been married, divorced, been in this house for 10 years. I purged so much stuff. So
Janelle got the same notice that you did. She had till the end of the year to vacate. And she had a really nice place.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for being upset.
Mm-hmm.
But she found another place a couple of blocks further away. And I said, for your Christmas gift, I am paying for this. You're going to get a real mover, not 2 guys in a dolly or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a real professional and watch how it's done.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost even close to what I had budgeted for it.
That's
and
good.
It was done in less than a day.
Good.
Half a day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I can't blame the landlord for wanting to move in. I don't know what circumstances dictate him wanting to move back into the house, but it's a nice place and it's in the woods and We hate to leave it. We hate it.
I had a nice high rise in Pompano Beach years ago, right on the ocean, 28 stories up, apartment 2803 on Ocean Drive. But part of the deal, the rent was really reasonable. It was like $450 a month. But the landlord and his family had 2 weeks a year they could come back and use it, and I had to vacate.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't charge me rent for that month, but I had to rent a hotel.
Ugh.
And I couldn't only get some of my stuff out.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I found some things missing. Very disheartening. So that's when I moved from Pompano Beach to Miami, to my Bayside condo. Yeah, it's funny. The first 8 months, I was living in that Pompano Beach place when I went to rehab. So for 6 weeks, I never even saw it.
Yeah.
It was so weird coming back to it. And the first thing I'm doing, I'm in my closet, making room for clothes and doing all that. And I stuck my hand in a vest pocket, and guess what I found in there? A little brown vial with white powder.
Uh-huh.
I just spent 6 weeks killing myself to figure it all out.
Did you throw it out the window?
Off the balcony and onto the roof of the Italian restaurant below.
Mm-hmm.
I had to. It was just,
Yeah.
I always tell you, you never know. You might get tempted or
Did
somebody
you pick it up like it was hot, too? You're like,
It was out the window in seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hot potatoed.
And that was the last time I even saw that stuff. It was a long time ago, friends.
It's better to find money in pockets.
So if you tuned in to find out the latest on the Iran war, gas prices, stock market, when we come back, though, we have to spend some time talking about Texas.
Yeah.
David Blockman's blog this morning was really good because he was celebrating the demise. I think it's temporary. She'll find a way to.
Oh, she's going to have a podcast now.
Oh, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
She'll be a great podcaster, illiterate moron.
She's going to be on Big Mike's podcast as a guest.
You're kidding.
5 seconds. Oh, no. That's not confirmed. Speculating.
I wouldn't doubt it. Why wouldn't Big Mike? Well, Big Mike doesn't like to compete with other women either.
True.
So, or at least real women. Yeah, David Blackman's blog this morning.
If you put them next to each other, there's too much to compare. So
there really is.
We avoid.
Of course, she was, as always, gracious and articulate in defeat. And I joined Joey in celebrating the end of Dan Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Who at one time I admired.
What a bummer.
So, well, there's a guy who sacrificed for the country.
Yep. Turncoat, though.
Total turncoat. And Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Very disappointing. There's lots of politicians we can express disappointment in once they get into office, but he in particular.
Yeah.
But let's listen in as Jasmine D. Crockett
Share it.
blames Republicans and cheating
Of
for her loss.
So that's my news, is that we're not going to have election results tonight, in my opinion.
What?
Based upon what specifically is taking place in Dallas County. Unfortunately, this is what Republicans like to do.
Oh, blow it out your ass.
And so they specifically targeted Dallas County.
Yeah, we did.
I think we all know why.
Why?
So,
because you black?
I want you to enjoy yourself.
Is that because you're black?
But I won't be back tonight because I have no idea of when we're going to get results, and I fully anticipate it won't be until tomorrow. So, I love y'all too. Thank you so very much for being here. Love you down. I love you down, Dallas.
What does that mean? I love you down.
I don't know.
Can we open the Urban Dictionary and look that up? This woman is barely borderline. Anyway, enough on her. She lost by 4 points. And Dan Crenshaw got thumped 53% to 45.6 in the Democratic primary for Jasmine D. Crockett. And the big Cornyn, the rhino, who's the sitting senator from Texas, Ken Paxton, who was the AG, ran against him, lost to Cornyn by 1 point. Oof. But there was a third guy named Wesley Hunt who siphoned off 13% of the vote. He will not be in the runoff election. So that's going to be interesting to track. We'll ask David tomorrow what he thinks.
Yeah.
But I'd say Cornyn's seat is probably in danger. Crenshaw lost by 16 points. And for those of you praying for the end of MAGA, to a guy that Donald Trump endorsed.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work for you, Dan? How did it work being a jackass and getting on the wrong side of President Trump?
Didn't he get caught saying something on a hot mic? What was that?
Don't remember, but we can look it up because we got a lot of time to kill. And so far, we're only a half hour into this radio murder.
Oh, he threatened Tucker Carlson. That's right.
And what's Tucker up to these days besides blaming everything
on Israel?
On Israel, yeah.
We're in the same rabbit holes.
Well, I understand that's a rabbit hole worth looking into, but I've heard or seen nothing from him that convinces me I need to pay attention to that. We have welcomed over the last couple of days to this show a great group of people who have wanted to reach you and talk to you about their team and their product and their effort. And that's Alabama Home Mortgage. I've known these folks for a long, long time. They're really awesome. And they were waiting for a chance to come on the show and have me tell you about them. One of the best in the business. For example, they specialize in VA mortgages. Parts of the VA system are broken, but the VA mortgage isn't. It remains one of the strongest home financing options available, offering benefits like no down payment purchases, 100% cash out refis.
No PMI.
Yeah.
And it's not a one and done.
And they, Madeline Cannon and the team there, Kim, they would all like to help you if you're interested in getting one of those loans. The biggest mistake you can make is speculating about whether or not you can buy. And that is absolutely 100% true. How about my first house here? I had no idea. In fact, it was just by chance I asked and found out the house right across the street. That was a short move, too. Guy named Scott Simmons and his team, was a landlord here. He sent his guys over, and I was moved in an hour. Everything.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. Especially when you're moving to a much better place. When life changes, your mortgage should change with it. They can help you navigate the next chapter, whether you need a larger home, downsizing, if you're coming out of a divorce, whatever the deal. They're eager to work for you and pleased to have the chance to do business with you. That's Alabama Home Mortgages, 334-567-4223, 334-567-4223, NMLS number 1752323. And we're so glad and proud to have them on the show with us.
Traffic is brought to you by Dillon Rings. Dillon Rings has great watches and beautiful rings. Or have Josh design a piece of jewelry for you. Shop Dillon Rings now at 119 Brown Springs Road. And check them out on Facebook.
Time is 3:32. Skipper's first update.
Well, we're looking pretty good all over the area. We have a couple of accidents that should be in the process of clearing or cleared. East Boulevard at Arbor Station and Atlanta Highway at East Boulevard. Traffic light to mostly moderate all over the area. Please be safe out there. We'll update you if any other accidents happen. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKinnon Nissan Plus. They have up to 0.9% financing on 2026 Pathfinders. It's worth the drive, and they need your trade-in. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A Montgomery man who won the golden ticket on American Idol has been eliminated. 25-year-old True the Star sang Love and Happiness by Al Green on Monday night's episode but failed to make the cut. True the Star was one of 5 Alabamians to appear on American Idol this season. A man on Alabama's death row for killing a Montgomery County Sheriff's deputy is now eligible for a new trial. An appellate court ruled prosecutors violated Michael Sockwell's 14th Amendment rights in his 1990 trial. Sockwell was convicted of killing Deputy Isaiah Harris, who was shot in the face on his way to work in 1988. The pedestrian who was struck by a truck Saturday night in Autauga County has been identified. 33-year-old Katrina Conrad was critically injured when the driver of a pickup truck hit her the evening of February 28th. Conrad was struck while trying to cross Highway 14 to attend the Autauga County Sheriff's Office rodeo. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
A great lawn doesn't happen by accident. It takes a pro. That's where Turf by Pest Pro comes in. We handle the weeds, feed your grass, and take care of fire ants so your lawn stays healthy, strong, and looking its best, which means your yard is ready for cookouts, playtime, and making memories all season long. Get started today. Call 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. When you want to grow, call a pro. Turf by Pest Pro.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. We're home to 7 radio stations at a rapidly expanding digital marketing platform, and we're looking for our next great sales professional. At Blue Water, you'll build customized campaigns that include radio and targeted digital marketing solutions. You'll prospect new clients, manage your own accounts, and work in a fast-paced, creative environment. Media or digital sales experience is a plus. Send your resume to jobs at bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry, and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Happy National Grammar Day. Let's hope it's wonderfuler than last year. Maybe you can find peoples to celebrate with. And remember, never, never, ever use no wrong wording. Me, for one, take for granted all of the other people's bad grammars. Specifically, how they is always thinking it's supposedly right to say, for all intensive purposes. I is fortunate, because my teacher teached me good, and I learned a lot. Thank yous.
Yeah, we thank yous for listening, too. We appreciate hearing. Good Grammar Day or Bad Grammar Day? I forgot already.
Good Grammar Day? It's also Brain Injury Awareness Day.
Ah. I'm lucky. considering some of the things that have happened to me, that I've had a concussion, but not a serious brain injury.
You are lucky.
I am. So what else is new? We got to get Jake Quellen on today.
We do. Let me text her.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in a hot minute.
And we're keeping an eye on all the news, but I think we should kind of work through the crap pile today.
You got to find that Iran
I
reel
can do
that I
now.
sent you. It's in your Facebook Messenger.
I'm looking for it right now. Notice how easily I take orders from women. It's not because I'm a wimp or a wuss, or I can't stand up for myself. It's because I'm a wimp and a wuss, and I can't stand up for myself.
You're the man of this house.
That's right. I got to play the man song here in a moment. Where the hell would I send it? Jeez. All right, this will only take me a minute. This is the only radio station in town where you can hear live scrolling. Wait a minute, it's from you. I
Yeah.
sent it to myself.
Find me.
There's 3 things here. Which one is it?
I think it's the bottom one.
The bottom one.
They're all funny, but let me make sure.
Instagram.
Yes, it's.
Is this the Trump Green Acres?
Oh, that one was funny too.
Yeah, it was.
You can share both of them. Hold on. I know one of them is Hillary Clinton. 2 of them are Trump.
Well, I did play this clip a long time ago, but where do you find this? Okay. Here's Donald Trump as Oliver Wendell Douglas.
Yeah. The caption on it says, "Politics aside, imagine going back to 2005 and telling people this is the dude who ends up kidnapping the Venezuelan president, bombing Iran, and clipping the Ayatollah."
Yeah.
The they didn't have sound on the stream for it. You didn't press that button.
Ah.
The second one is the Iran one. Yeah, you see it? Share that one and make
Okay.
sure the button is pressed. That one's funny.
Share screen. And I believe we are ready to go.
I'm getting deja vu. This is like a rock horn number 2. A rock horn number 2. I go to those oil supplies. I'd be ashamed if someone invaded you. If someone invaded you. And I ran so far away. Bomb I bomb them night and day. But this for USA. Drop it hard.
I love that so much, but I'm a sucker for that music anyway.
That's the Seagull song, right? The Flacco
Oh
Seagulls.
gosh, that's so funny.
All right, and then there's one more in the Pamela collection that we would like to feature. It's the bottom one.
I think the bottom one was the Green
And I
Acres
got to
one.
share this too.
The top one was Hillary.
Okay, Hillary.
And it wasn't funny. It was her talking about something.
Okay.
Hypocritical.
Hypocritical. Okay, we've come to expect nothing less than that from this woman.
To know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran. Whatever.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little. Why isn't it giving me this tab instead?
I don't know. There it is.
All right, let me start it from the beginning. I did.
To know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran. Whatever stage of development they might be in their nuclear weapons program in the next 10 years, during which they might foolishly consider launching an attack on Israel, we would be able to totally obliterate them. That's a terrible thing to say, but those people who run Iran need to understand that, because that perhaps will deter them from doing something that would be reckless, foolish, and tragic.
Huh.
I want the
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how they changed their tune? You know, the worst, though, was that clown Ben Rhodes from Obama's administration. The guy who set up their Iranian policy helped deliver the pallets of cash, the $1.5 billion or whatever it was that filled up the entire belly of a cargo plane.
Yeah.
And Biden who sent him $6 billion for God knows what. I'm sure it was spent for all the right things. They underwrote what we just wiped out.
Yep.
That's just, we need some accountability. If they're going to do hearings and stuff on the events that led to this, they need to get the old man and Ben Rhodes and all of these clowns in front of Congress to explain why they thought it was a good idea to give them billions of dollars. We raised hell over it when it was happening, but of course back then the legacy media would do nothing that would impugn the integrity of Barack Hussein Obama.
They still don't.
No, they're not interested. But when Ben Rhodes made a comment about Trump's initial attack, he was told to sit this one out, since he had everything to do with them being in a position to re-enrich their uranium. This is kind of creepy. Washington State, maybe they're getting ahead of the curve. Maybe somebody's already done it, but they're banning companies from forcing workers to implant microchips.
Okay.
Same kind you put in a dog. Now, that's important because dogs can wander off.
So a company could say, you're my employee. I want to make sure you're at work. We're going to microchip you.
It sounds like something Jeff Bezos would do.
Oh, yeah. Well.
No bathroom breaks. These are the same kind of chips you would use to track your dog. They also have medical uses. And you could do things like open doors if you swipe your hand across a sensor.
Oh, gosh. I would not trade one thing for another with that.
I hate that we have to find a special button to click just to go into the back part of this diminutive building. The House and Senate in Washington State passed a bipartisan bill that explicitly says companies may not require, or coerce any employee to have a microchip implanted for any reason.
Well, that's good.
Several politicians laughed before it was voted on because it just sounds so crazy, but it is the world we live in.
It is. Yeah.
One of the officials who introduced the bill said, quote, "We don't want to have to try to clean up the impossible mess after it's too late, so we're getting ahead of the problem."
That's so insane.
I'll say this, what's even crazier is that politicians getting ahead of a problem instead of causing it and then trying to get ahead of the problem they caused.
True.
That's generally how things work.
And in a state like Washington.
Yeah.
Where they're so split down the middle, but so insanely left in the cities.
By the way, you look improved today.
Do I? Is it because I did my hair?
I don't think it's the hair, it's the face.
I got a little sun the other day when it was nice out. I went and sat outside.
That's good. You look stronger and healthier.
Good.
Yesterday you had the kitten puss.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good yesterday.
Sad little kitten puss. Yeah. Hey, I wonder if the cross-eyed cat got adopted.
I don't know. Let me go see their page. She was so cute.
Oh, in fact, I'm gonna have to share this because if I didn't already have a cat, I would have gone and gotten it because it's just there. It is. There's a pussy cat.
I know. She's so cute.
Look at that. Do we have
Belle.
any here? Oh, and what happened was the previous owner, they had no choice. Nobody could take the cat.
It ended up getting over 300 comments on it.
That's good. Let's see. I'm just looking for some kind of confirmation that the cat has. Yeah, God, hundreds. Well,
we'll see, hopefully.
Maybe we could just call over there and ask, is the cross-eyed cat still around? But I just love that picture. I just love that picture. I wanted to love that cat.
I know.
That's become as a shock because I had dogs most of my life. I did have one cat, Geisha, for 10 years. And she was a great cat because I had a dog and I kind of treated her like you would a dog. In that spoiled, it was the coolest thing. I would walk, I had two little Yorkies, and we'd walk around our block in South Florida, and Geisha would just be tagging along on the side.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Wouldn't run off, wouldn't. Once she did get outdoors, though, Have I ever told you the lame-ass chop suey story?
Oh, I don't know.
This is during a period of time when I was experimenting with different recipes, and I decided to try to make chop suey.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually came out really good.
Okay.
So I invited my friend down the street to come over for lunch at a nice screened-in patio with an umbrella table. Weather was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Put out 2 big bowls of this delicious homemade chop suey. Sat down in one of the comfortable garden chairs. The Miami Herald, this is before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Miami Herald was sitting on the ground, so I grabbed it to take a look at the sports section, of course, because isn't that what guys do? As I unfold it, the body of a snake falls out into my lap.
Oh, gosh.
The reaction was something like this.
Yes.
I'm not a snake person.
A Marv-level scream.
So I'm instantly out of the chair, and I'm looking, and the snake has been decapitated.
Oh.
But the body is still working.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
So I watched it lurch very serpentine-like until it was out of the patio and into the grass to go wherever it went.
Oh.
I couldn't get mad at Geisha. I guess that was her.
That's just what they do.
Yeah.
She's protecting her home.
But I just, I mean, if that happened at a later age, I might have just keeled over and died.
I like snakes.
There's a lot of people that do. Janelle handles snakes well. When I worked in Miami, I became very tight with the director of the Miami Zoo. He used to come by the station. He was a very good radio person. And one day, I see the studio door open. I'm expecting him, and he's wrestling this big green garbage can through the door, twisting, trying to.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have wheels, so he's dragging it.
Yeah.
And he takes out 23 feet of boa.
Wow.
Its head was bigger than mine. Like he was on the other side of the.
I don't like snakes that much. I think I maybe have like a 8-foot limit.
I wasn't worried it was going to attack me, but he had it literally as close as this thing. And
that's just a lot of snake.
It's got
My
this
gosh.
long red tongue lapping in and out. I mean, it's looking at me like, let's be friends.
Yeah. Let me take you back to the Everglades.
But he said that at that moment, I became the whitest man he had ever seen because I guess every bit of blood had drained out of my head.
I bet.
I'm just not good. You know what? I can't handle them because they don't have feet, and yet they move.
You can't handle it. Okay.
Did you have a traumatic experience with a slinky as a child? No. But I think that's kind of why I don't care for them because I can't figure out how they move. Well, welcome to one of the weirdest Wednesday afternoons you'll ever hear on this station. But
I know.
They should be expecting it by now.
We talked about laundry, pillows.
Yeah.
Snakes, moving.
The struggle of making a bed. You went through that with me today.
You know, have you ever made a bed with hospital corners or like a military bed? Had to make a bed like that?
Is that where you have the corners really tight?
Yes. Like when you get in them at night, you can't move your legs.
Yeah. What is the point of that anyway? I've always wondered.
Discipline.
Oh.
That's all.
How do you get that to happen, though? You don't have cornered sheets in the military, do you?
No. You do it with flat sheets.
How do you get them to create that sense, that wonderful sense of...
You go underneath the mattress and pull them tight.
Oh.
Can you stop? Who's this?
I think I saw that on Gomer Powell once.
Hey, Mo. Hold on.
We have a call?
We do. It's Mo.
Mo. Good afternoon, Mo.
Good afternoon. Speaking of pillows, remind me of a story that I'd like to share with you. It's a short story. It was written by a friend who's now deceased. He was a college professor, an English college professor, and of course he really was a stickler for good grammar. Now this short story has a double ending, so a lot of people start laughing but don't hear the second ending.
Okay.
But I'm going to start it this way. The title of it was How I Became 21 When I Was 71. Now, at 71, his birthday, his wife gave him an invitation to go see an Indian medicine man in North Georgia mountains.
A gift certificate?
He goes to see this Indian medicine man, and he finds out that he's got this magic medicine that's made of his secret herbs. Now, he tells him, he says, you take this stuff and it will last for up to 2 hours, and it'll make you feel like you were once again 21. And he thanked him so much. And the medicine man says, do you have any questions? He says, yeah. Says, how do you activate it? He says, oh, it's real simple. You just count 1, 2, 3. He said, oh, that's great. He says, and the Indian medicine man says, now it'll last up to 2 hours. He says, oh, wait a minute. He says, I don't need 2 hours. He says, how do I end it? He said, simply you say 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll end it. And
Okay.
that's great. That's fantastic. He gets home, and about a week later, he takes his wife out to dinner. They have wine, and they have a nice meal. They go home. He goes to the bathroom. He takes that medicine. They get in bed, and they fluff their nice pillows up. And he looks at her and smiles, and he says, 1, 2, 3. Well, she giggles, and she looks back at him, and she says, what's that 1, 2, 3 for?
Oh, no!
Now, the end of the story says that when you end the story, it says you don't ever use a preposition to end a sentence.
Right.
Or you'll end up with a dangling participle.
I did hear that joke a long time ago, and it was good. And today is Bad Grammar Day, so that's one of the things that people are often guilty of.
Oh, yeah.
So you helped us celebrate that in a very meaningful way.
That was great.
Thank you.
Have a good one. What's that 1, 2, 3 for?
That was funny.
Okay. Jokes like that keep us in business here at News Talk. Really, I mean, I know there's a lot of serious stuff going. Oh, there's Tallarico, the boy wonder. He's the second coming of Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah.
Almost as experienced, too. And I'm waiting. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm waiting for her to.
Look at all the girls behind him looking at him like, ooh. That one girl.
He looks like he's about 15.
He's something else.
He's not going to win that seat in Texas. He'll be the next Beto O'Rourke. How many elections? He ran for governor, he ran for Senate, and I think he ran for Congress. He lost every election.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the new face of the Democrats in Texas. The Democrats are really good at picking losers. Some of them actually do get elected. AOC and others. There's no shortage of those. All right. Hopefully later we'll get to talk to Jay Quellen. I know this. There are many times I'll reach out to her for in the evening or some other time, and she can't talk because she's with a client, because a life crisis can happen at any time, and you need to know that when you're dealing with an emergency, you have access to the best legal advice on the planet when you need it. And that's what Dana Delk and Jacqueline, see, they understand it. Dana Delk and Jacqueline Thomas have been doing this for years now. They have hundreds of cases of experience, but their experience with people is what really matters. And in a crisis situation, you need a leader, and you need somebody who can look in the eye and say, it's going to be okay. Not just blowing smoke, it's okay. Who can tell you it's going to be okay. Here's the plan. We're not going about this willy-nilly. This is where you're at. This is where we want to get to, and this is how we're going to accomplish that path on your behalf. So don't let the crisis take control. You control it. And that's easily done with one phone call to 334-819-4810. 819-4810 in the 334 area code for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law. They handle all matters of family law, including wills, helping with adoptions. Sometimes you need somebody who can get in there and kick a little on your behalf to move the process along. Blended families, they can get you a will done. In fact, I have to update mine, so I think I'll have Jacqueline come by here some afternoon. We'll do it.
Oh.
Maybe there'll be something in it for you. If I was really, really rich, I would leave something for my listeners.
That would be
Maybe
kind.
a contest or something. Reach out at that number or visit them online at this web address, thealabamafamilylawyers.com. Thealabamafamilylawyers.com for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
It's a minute shy of 4. We've got not headline news after traffic. SRN News ahead.
Well, at the moment, we're looking at busy building traffic all over the area. We have a lot of cars on I-65 and 85 right now. That's picking up. East-South Boulevard beginning to get very busy. Not really seeing any issues anywhere at the moment, but we're keeping an eye on things. We will keep you updated. McKenna and Toyota has a great selection of Tundras with financing as low as 2.9%. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama to that, and you'll see it's worth the drive. McKenna and Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
This is not headline news. It's National Pound Cake Day in the U.S., while over in the U.K., they're celebrating National Kilogram Cake Day. Today is National Grammar Day, also known as National Stay Off Twitter Day. The newest Apple AirPods measure heart rate. And at $249, they also measure how much money you'll waste on glorified earbuds. Justin Timberlake wants to stop the release of body cam footage from his drunken arrest. Shia LaBeouf responded, "You only have one?" And Billy Joel sold his Long Island estate for $29 million. It includes 10 bedrooms and a swimming pool out back. This is not headline news.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
If you're on a budget and trying to feed your family inexpensively, Pizza Perfect has the deal for you. In March, get a free 2-topping medium pizza with the purchase of any large pizza. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink, only $13. Buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Available for pickup and delivery as well. 2-topping medium pizza free with the purchase of any large pizza in March at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard, Eastbrook.
Join Blue Water Broadcasting for Warm Hearts for Seniors. We're teaming up to collect badly needed supplies for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium, serving seniors and disabled adults across Autauga, Elmore, and Montgomery counties. Drop off items like cleaning supplies, blankets, fans, meal replacement shakes, stretch bands, and stress balls at Corky's Homes, Highway 31 South in Prattville. For a forever home you can afford. Catch us live on location from March 2nd through March 13th. Let's show the River Region what warm hearts can do. Visit us at bluewaterbroadcasting.com and help us make a difference today.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Senators are clashing over an Iran war resolution as Congress's first vote on the conflict draws near. In their debate today, Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer implored fellow senators to ask themselves if they stand with Americans, quote, exhausted with forever wars, or with the president and defense secretary set to, in his words, bumble us head first into another war. The U.S. submarine has sunk an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean. That comes as Washington and Israel intensify their bombardment of Iran's security forces and other symbols of power in the region. President Trump is promising to intervene in the Senate Texas Republican primary. Leading up to this week's GOP primary there, the president did not endorse a candidate, but now with Senator John Cornyn and Texas AG Ken Paxton heading for an election runoff, he's ready to intervene. This is SRN News.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Do you want to live a longer, healthier life? Then ask your doctor to ask his veterinarian friend to ask a pet shelter about dogs. Dogs aren't a drug, but they force you to get off your fat butt and take them out 2 or 3 times a day while giving you the unconditional love you're lacking from so-called friends and family. Side effects of dogs may include standing out in the rain waiting for your dog to poop, ruined chair legs, slippers and carpets, and unaffordable vet bills. Consult a mental health professional immediately if you find yourself canceling plans because your dog looked sad. Say goodbye to loneliness and most of your bed, and say hello to a long life with dogs. Dogs not available for Michael Vick or Christine Ohm.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
That's how we get your attention on the show, and we have sad news. A loss in the sports world as Lou Holtz has passed away. We did not know. Of course, we didn't know this about a lot of celebrity-type people for many years, what their politics or voting record was. And it wasn't until the media turned into an army of propagandists that if somebody didn't buy the media line on a particular politician like Donald Trump or any Republican, really, that they would feel the wrath. All of a sudden, they went from this legendary coach or player to this idiot. Speaking of players, one of the winners, and yesterday, what's the guy's name? We hear him on the news. David's mentioned him a bunch. Chip Roy. Chip Roy decided to run for Attorney General because the current Attorney General, Ken Paxton, was running against Cornyn to get that Senate seat. And I think he will win it ultimately because there was another third guy on that ticket that took 15% of the vote. They got to go somewhere. So Chip Roy is giving up his seat. The guy that ran to take it was an excellent baseball player, played for Texas and for a long time for the New York Yankees, named Mark Teixeira.
Yeah.
Mark Teixeira won by a 60 to 10% margin.
Wow.
Over the second place finisher, Pamela.
Wow.
So we may have another rock-solid conservative voice. I'm sure, since he played during the Obama years, he had a tough time buttoning his lip with what was going on. And by the way, who was it? a pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks named Merrill Kelly. I'm going to be rooting for him this year because Merrill Kelly could have gone to the San Diego Padres for about the same money that Arizona offered, but for 3 years instead of 2. He turned them down because of California's taxes.
Don't blame him.
They're so confiscatory, and they punish successful people there. Pete Mickelson made mention of that when Obama was in office, and he got run off, just literally railroaded by and called greedy and everything else the little socialist a-holes do when you have money and they don't. Because they don't know how to make money. They know how to take money. That's what socialists do. They take it and redistribute and then take their own cut along the way. So Lou Holtz, it turns out, was a conservative. And this is a clip after the Trump assassination tip.
Make sure you share it.
Look how quickly I did that. He's on a podcast, I believe. Lou Holtz passing away at the age of, I think, 79.
What was your reaction when you saw what happened to President Trump this weekend?
80.
Well, like anything else, how the hell did that happen? There had to be a kind of mistake. And if you're doing it intentionally, you couldn't screw it up anymore. And there's no way in this world. And you consider this. He was shot in the air, and only by the grace of God was he not killed. But he had all kind of screw-ups on it. Who's running the asylum?
So he was 89. I was wrong. I'm sorry again. But I'm really not that good at this. I'm working on it. Give me time. I may develop into the talent that they thought I would be. I want to post this on Facebook with a rest in peace. He was a good guy. And again, I think we would get more honesty out of the sports world and feel their influence. They play tough games. They'll stand in there against a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to face the biggest guy in the NFL on the other side of the line. Crunch. But my political opinions, I'm afraid to give those because nothing's worse than facing the wrath of the insane left-wing media. Because they can really hurt you. It's ridiculous. They're diminishing. The Paramount merger is a beautiful thing. CNN, they're going to drop off the board. The number of propaganda networks is going to be shrinking. We keep thinking, well, nobody watches them anyway, but people do. It's like Colbert. Jasmine Crockett was blaming Stephen Colbert because he wanted to have Tallarico on his show, and the FCC said, or the network said, CBS said, got to give equal time. We're going to have Tallarico. This is a race. This is not a personality appearance. This is a race. So if you're going to have Tallarico on, you've got to have Jasmine the Crockett on.
Yeah.
For the same amount of time. It's the way it is. Sometimes people don't request that time for whatever reason, but it's got to be offered.
Mm-hmm.
So the network said just do something on YouTube, and Stephen Colbert got his panties in a wad over that. His panties are permanently in a wad.
Yeah.
I think he only has one pair, and I know where he keeps them stored. Hang on, let me hit this. Lou Holtz tribute, and that'll be on my Facebook page too. Still mind blown that 70,000 people.
I know.
Hey, almost 7,000 on yesterday's silly bike ride with the bunny ears.
Hmm.
But I think the bunny ears are going to be part of my bike ride commentaries through Easter.
Through Easter, yeah. That makes sense.
And the best part is I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt, lavender bunny ears, but I'm biking in Old Cloverdale, and guess what? I fit right in.
I want to find a green sparkly hat to wear for St. Patrick's Day.
We can do that. We can get, Party City's gone. There's got to be a place that sells that stuff. Maybe one of our astute listeners will call and tell us at 334-272-9228.
Yeah, has anybody seen maybe Dollar General, maybe Walmart? Somebody's got to have St. Patrick's Day stuff.
Help us, won't you? This show is a production of Blue Water Broadcasting and a presentation of Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. I think about 4 or 5 times in the last week, AC on in the day works great, but the temperature drops into the 50s and the house cools down, and then, you're freezing. So it's back and forth. A little heat, trying to keep it right around 70, 72. And it stresses out the system. It's actually, when it's doing one or the other, it's a little easier. But when you're switching back and forth, that can stress it out. But you need what you need. With Clark's, for $180, they send a technician to your home twice, not once, but twice. If you were to arrange that with any company on a a la carte type basis, you'd pay more than that for one visit. You get 2. The Clark's technicians clean, check all the major components, make sure you're good to go for the seasonal weather ahead, and then they're on call because it is a machine and they can break. If you're ready for a new system, I urge you to call 277-2125 in the 334 area code. Think about buying through Clark's. They've got great brand name systems at 0% financing, and mine paid for itself in just 3 years. Quiet. So quiet, but immediate results with the temperature shift, whatever you need. And the electric bill, and we've all heard the rates have been going up here. In fact, we pay some of the highest in the nation for whatever reason, and we should make an issue out of that. But in the meantime, saving electricity and using minimal energy to get the maximum result, that's what Clark's can help you achieve. Their plumbers are beyond amazing. And all of them are available any day of the week if you have an emergency. So take the doubt out of the equation. Spend the $180. You'll save money on lowered electric costs, and peace of mind is priceless. 277-2125, clarkcomfort.com, Alabama certification number 09098. All right, it's 4:15. Jay Quinlan's going to be joining us shortly. Let's hit the traffic dungeon first and get Uncle Chi-Chi's shirtless weather in, he said. Thank you.
Well, as the afternoon goes on, we're seeing more and more folks out on the road, but no real issues anywhere that we're aware of at the moment. I-65 and 85 looking good, just getting busy. Boulevards are busy, especially east and east-south. West Boulevard around Mobile Highway, we're pretty busy there. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic and no issues. Come by Thompson Tractor in Montgomery and check out their incredible selection of used equipment at their used equipment sales center. Close to home and a great choice for quality pre-owned machines. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Join us tomorrow from noon to 1 at Premier Portable Buildings, 1690 South Memorial Drive in Prattville for our Warm Hearts for Seniors supply drive. Drop off much needed supplies to benefit the Central Alabama Aging Consortium.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Wait a minute. I know what Jacqueline likes, and I think we should give it to her. Here we go.
And now, Dad Joke Theater.
If you tell one more dad joke, I'm leaving.
Hi, leaving. I'm Dad. Hey, leaving. Where are you going?
Join us again for another Dad Joke Theater.
Why?
I can't help it because
Why?
look, you by playing those, you gave me the best sound effect in my system. You and I advertise for you, and you are so. I mean, the one of the great selling points of you is you're cool. You're collecting your wisdom, just what a panicking person needs. But these dad jokes do unravel you a little bit.
I do appreciate the compliments, and yes.
I wouldn't
The
say it
dad-
if it wasn't true. And you've been that way for me both as my my divorce attorney and as my friend first.
Well, thank you. I try.
Pamela just had to step out of the room for a second, but I have an interesting thing here.
Okay.
Because you and Pamela have something in common, but I need to wait till she's back in the room. Any meatball updates handy?
They're still sitting in my freezer, like ready for me to make.
As busy as you are. Look, I'll wait till the summer.
No, you don't have to wait for the summer. I just need my day-to-day to calm down. And then, we're going out of town again this weekend. I'm trying to get ready for that.
Can I get nosy and ask where you're headed?
Yeah, no. So my baby cousin Justin, he goes by Joe. He is like some bigwig with Boeing in South Carolina. He builds airplanes. Like he's I don't know. So they have a big family weekend every couple of years where Boeing shuts down the plant.
Oh.
And they have a family day. And we've been trying to go for, since Stephen was born. And then COVID hit, and they didn't do it for a while. So they're having family weekend this weekend. So we're all toting over to Charleston to go to Boeing's family day on Saturday.
Yeah, they're based there. In fact, they went to South Carolina, much to the chagrin of a former president who I will not. No. Because they wanted away from the high taxes.
Facility.
Oh yeah.
So we're excited about going. Plus, it's my goddaughter. It was her birthday on the 28th of February. So we're going to celebrate Olivia's birthday and have a family weekend. My parents are going to go. So it'll be a nice, weekend away, but it's an 8-hour drive there and back.
Hey, can I ask, how is Dardar?
She's good. I'll see her tonight. We're going to go to Bible study. And then tomorrow night we're going to make a craft Easter Bunny gnome thing out of clay.
In
We're always
Prattville?
doing something. Yes, we're going to Julian Hansen's to make the gnome. My mother loves those things. I'm not a big gnome person, but my mom, we made a Christmas one, we made a Valentine's Day one, and now we're making an Easter one.
I want to make a plate.
I'll go with you. Anytime you want to go, you tell me, and I will go with you I love doing stuff like that.
Well, there's a reason I asked you to call, and you and Pamela are perfect.
Yes, stop there.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I happen to,
We appreciate the comment.
You're both incredibly successful women. You're both beautiful.
I feel like there's a butt coming, Pamela. What do you think? I feel like there's a butt coming.
Yep.
No, there's no but.
All right.
However, this creates...
There's a however.
No, this creates a certain challenge. And I'm going to play a bit for you. It's called Alpha Bro Protection.
Oh, gosh.
And it's for guys who cannot deal with women who are as feminine as it gets, but happen to have strong skill sets, great resumes in life, people of accomplishment, and this is the type of man that's intimidated by that type of woman. So listen to this. Let me make sure this isn't both, so
I
Jacqueline
feel like
gets...
he's rage baiting me.
No. I think this is a legitimate topic.
Every year, thousands of confident men enter relationships feeling strong, successful, emotionally stable. And then she casually mentions,
I own 3 businesses, dozen Bitcoin, served in the Marine Corps, and I like to run marathons for fun.
I don't do that.
Introducing Alpha Bro Witness Protection, discreetly relocating overwhelmed men to safe spaces.
What about garages with a ton of unfinished projects?
Done.
Sports bars where nobody asks about feelings?
Yep.
Fishing trips legally classified as personal growth?
Absolutely.
Can you do fantasy football draft rooms where vulnerability is replaced with yelling about tight ends and blaming injuries for everything?
Sure. Alpha Bro Witness Protection, where the strongest move is emotionally evacuating the premises.
Is that where all my college boyfriends went?
Look, I don't think you just grew into this woman that you are today. You had all of these skills. And I could see where both of you would be
From the age of like 9.
Yeah. Who would be intimidating to.
Yeah.
I mean, and Jacqueline's very athletic too. Some guys, they want to be the athlete. They want the sweet feminine. And there's really nothing wrong with that because there are types for
None
everybody.
of that.
Well, no, look, you can be as sweet and feminine as anytime you want. You know how to turn that switch on.
Master.
but-
We're shapeshifters, if you will.
Oh, absolutely.
And guys, my opinion here, and trust me, I would have been one of those intimidated men a long time ago. But and you know what straightened me out? Because rehab, only the first step has anything to do with drugs or alcohol. Only the first step.
Right.
You have to admit that you're powerless. The next 11 of the 12 steps have to deal with fixing you
Yeah.
and
Rewiring
acceptance.
your brain.
So that's part of the problem. That guys just can't accept a woman who's got a lot going on, and you know what it is? It's low self-esteem. They don't believe that you will make room for them in their life because you have all of these other things. They want to be your plan. So, yeah.
Interesting.
And have you run into that in relationships and stuff over the course of your lives?
Yeah.
I haven't had many relationships.
I also run into that, though, like in my professional world. I think we still live in a society where men and women are, like, treated very differently, even in a professional
Yeah, I don't
environment.
deal with a bunch of men professionally at all
Yeah,
anymore
that's
now
true.
that I'm out of the military. I think in the military I was constantly underestimated or treated like the little sister because it's the boys' club.
I
Absolutely.
can see that. And see, in my world, even though there's a lot of fantastic, brilliant women in our world, it's still a good old boys club sometimes. And you have to fight for that respect that, like, wait a minute, just because I'm a female doesn't mean that, like, I'm not as smart as you, or, you know, I'm not as good of a trial lawyer, or I don't know my things.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting better, but, like, it still is. And men are very intimidated by certain women in those positions.
That says a lot more about them than you. I just told somebody yesterday I would rather be feared than loved. So
That's the most Pamela statement I've ever heard. I love it.
absolutely.
Get it, girl.
I mean, I wouldn't say I am.
No,
but-
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But
I mean, I could see that. Greg's
most
over here just,
most
like, taking
people
it all in.
most people are intimidated by me when I walk into a room, and I like it like that.
I know. No, I don't have that effect because, like,
Hey.
I guess.
I can see that because you have such a presence. With Jacqueline, she has this one face that she deploys in
Mhm.
certain circumstances, sometimes even with kids. It's the FAFO face.
Yeah.
The Fafo face.
I love that.
And
I know, don't intimidate the short ones, guys. Like, don't underestimate us. We can be intimidating too.
I assume the short ones are scrappy.
I'm a dirty fighter. Like, I have to be to survive.
yeah. Yeah.
And I have least amount to fall. Like, I'm closer to the ground, guys. Remember that.
I
fear
hate
nothing.
that I have a long way to fall.
Well, treat your height
I hate that.
like the gift that it is.
Oh, I love my height. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So I just thought that was an interesting bit because it reminded me of both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
I was
very
looking forward to
interesting and accurate.
Yeah. And truly, another thing they taught us in rehab and was reinforced by my 12-step mentors was if you really love someone, you fully accept. You don't try to change them. You accept their interests, their needs.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your business to run. Now you're doing this radio thing.
Yeah.
That's what love is. Acceptance.
Yeah.
And not
Love
trying to
is
change.
acceptance. Lola, stop FaceTiming me. I'm on the phone with Mr. Greg and Miss Pamela. If you guys could only see what I'm seeing right now, she's sitting at the kitchen counter with unicorn headphones on that light up, shoving an airhead in her mouth. Don't choke. She can't even talk. She has so much airhead in her mouth. Hey, at least she's quiet for a minute, though, right? That's never a dull moment around here. Never.
Never. It's almost pool weather.
I know. Guys, pool's almost ready.
We have to
I'm looking at her.
do a photo shoot at your pool this year. One of those, like we were going to do the retro.
Oh, yeah. I'm down for that.
We gotta
I have
do
a
that.
diving board and everything. No, yeah, the pool's ready. It's just too cold.
Yeah.
When I took my tumble last week down the stairs at court, I came home and put my foot in the pool, like an ice plunge thing, and I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that lasted about 3 seconds. So we need some 90-degree days to get the pool tolerable, but I'm ready for.
I think by the end of April it'll be perfect.
I'm ready. I am ready.
I was just looking up a woman that was kind of like you two, that was in my life many years ago.
Yeah.
She was a writer.
But don't
It's a great story.
A secure
Are you,
man
going
likes
down
to
memory
have
lane
a
here?
strong, confident woman.
Yes.
Like it reflects well on them to be with a woman who's successful and confident and has all of it together.
Who doesn't need you but wants you.
Right.
Now, is it okay for a guy who meets a woman who has wanted to do things, never has, and you try to facilitate that so she can have the experience?
Of course. Shouldn't people do that to each other?
Because conversely, look, and I'm not making a big deal, the one thing I hate to do is talk about myself. That thing. But my familiar face has been a reason why I've met a lot of women in my life. And they're kind of attracted by that whole, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
that you're,
Media.
yeah, that you're somebody.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a thing, it's just what I do. And then you get involved with them and it makes them very insecure.
I hate
And
that.
well, yeah.
Because they hear the stories about how everybody who is well known is sleeping with everybody in town. And
Hey, hold on.
and I could have done that. I could have been that guy. Don't laugh. I could have.
Well, you
Right,
can't
but that's
assume
not who you
that
are.
people are going to do that, though.
Because when you do,
necessarily.
Jacqueline, and certainly your mom knows from my Florida days, I was about as famous as anybody else down there.
Oh, yeah. Still are, by the way.
That's nice to know. But
Stop blushing.
you find yourself in situations with women, and then you're not sure, why is she with me? Is it because she likes going to spring training games with me?
Right.
Or because she likes the recognition that comes my way and she's on my arm? I mean,
Is
that
she
kind of stuff.
benefiting from your relationship?
Yeah. But I have never really, my second wife, that's a clinic in stupidity, but we'll talk about her some other time. We've had a nice chat. I don't want to ruin it.
You don't need to dig up old bones.
Well, thank you for calling in on this. We appreciate it. And when are you going to make it to the studio again one of these days?
Soon. I need to next week. I'll put it on the book.
Okay.
I need to do it next week.
All right.
Please.
All right, guys. Behave.
Thanks. And what a nice surprise to look at the phone and see the man who put the Roy in Kilroy.
Good afternoon, folks.
Hello.
Kilroy, what can we do for you today? We're going to Baumhauer's tonight, by the way. And next week, can you be there next week for your birthday along with Master Thespian? We'll do a double celebration.
Yes.
You're not saying that.
I'll put it on the books.
You're not saying that with the enthusiasm I need.
I need to look at the date.
Means you have to stay for the whole show. Or you can go over there early at 5, greet the crowd, and then leave after I get there. How's that appeal to you?
I can probably stay. Let me make that work.
That sound good to you, Joey?
I don't have a does that sound good to Pamela drop. So, Kilroy, what's on your mind, bud?
Well, first of all, I miss y'all at Baumhauer's. I haven't been in a couple of months. I'm still dealing with that family issue, but I may try for Pamela's birthday. And Pamela, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
I hope Jacqueline's still listening because you were talking about all that alpha stuff.
Yeah.
She helped my buddy not too long ago. Of course, I referred her to him, and she dropped an absolute nuke on the opposition, and it was glorious. And now they're lifelong Panther fans.
Love it.
Oh, wow.
And I'm glad Dad Joke Theater got to preempt her.
Does that guy not sound a little bit like a vampire? Is that supposed to be part of it?
I think it's done by the same voice that does Discount Dracula.
Okay.
I really do. I think it's the same guy. In fact, it's this guy. Wait a minute. Where's my blah? Blah. Yeah, that's him. Same guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But the one reason I'm hoping she's still listening, when she mentioned a photo shoot in her pool, how has no one come up with the idea yet that we need a News Talk swimsuit calendar? Now,
we have talked about a calendar.
What kind of swimsuit would you like to see me in?
The swimsuit calendar, they might buy it for Pamela or even young Joey, but what the people want is Greg Goodell and Jay Scott and Eddie Bader. I mean, I'm an idea man. Come on,
Eddie
guys,
has that Jamaica bikini bottom.
Oh yeah, Bader with his banana hammock or whatever it is.
His mankini.
And now that you mention it, and we've all seen it, I remember why that's a bad idea.
I'll give Eddie Bader credit, though, man. He puts it out there. Maybe I could have come up with a better way to say that, but
it takes a confident man to wear that and post it on Facebook.
I'm going to talk to those two, Eddie and Joey, and make them come next week, too.
It should be
I'm tired of excuses from young Joey. Oh, I'm private. No, mister, get out there and see the world.
That's right. Hey, next Wednesday, I'll put it down. I can't promise, but I do miss the gang, and I will do my best. And if you see Miss Sally and Mike, please tell them Kilroy said hello.
Absolutely.
I know they've been going through a lot, too, and I saw her in the hospital
They're
a few
awesome
weeks
people.
back, but I haven't kept up enough, so.
I will tell them that Kilroy said hello tonight if they're there.
Please do. Love you guys, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, this has been a great show. I mean, we have the whole Iran thing, but I trust this president. And until they're talking about Crockett crashing out with Gutfeld and them. That's awesome. That was just such a wonderful thing to see. Because if you remember on Monday, David said, I think she's probably going to win.
I know.
She
I
had a
thought
lot of-
about that.
But it really wasn't that close.
No.
Because at the end, everybody knows she's an ignorant bitch, and they don't need any more ignorant bitches in Congress or in the Senate. Can you imagine her in the Senate? Oh, my God.
But she went to Rhodes. She's an educated woman, and she plays this stupid part.
Yeah,
for
she
TikTok.
plays the girl from the ghetto.
For clicks.
It's just
It's
like, what's
so
her name?
dumb.
Jenny from the block, and stop with all that.
I know.
You've got more money than God. You're not some... we should take a break.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get all wound up. We are going to be at Baumhauer's, though, after the shows. We are on Wednesdays. And I think we're going to hear from Jeff Mallinson shortly with some good news.
Good.
Got some great people lined up. We are very proud on the show of the people that support it. And we have welcomed Alabama Home Mortgage and Kim and Madeline. And what a great group of people, mortgage professionals to have on our team. Thank you all. Right now, Skipper's Got Traffic. 1819 News is next.
Well, very busy afternoon. A lot of cars on the road right now. Interstates, boulevards, and on East Boulevard near Woodmere, we have a 5-vehicle accident slowing traffic there. South Union Street, right near Scott Street, a disabled vehicle with some lane blockage. Very busy conditions. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. Please be safe out there. We will keep you updated. The lowest tax rates in Alabama are at McKinnon Nissan. Plus, they've got up to 0.9% financing on 2026 Pathfinders. It's worth the drive, and they need your trade-in. McKinnon Nissan exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
1819 News.
Gas prices are rising here in Alabama and throughout the nation as U.S. airstrikes on the country of Iran continue forward. Iran has stopped the passage of oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz in response to the airstrikes coming from the U.S. and Israel. Prices have gone up on regular unleaded gasoline as much as 15 to 20 cents per gallon in just the past few days. The president of the Petroleum and Convenience Marketers of Alabama, Bart Fletcher, says that he would not be surprised if there's an increase on gasoline prices as much as 35 to 40 cents per gallon. This increase also includes diesel fuel. Fletcher says there's still plenty of fuel in the system and so far no major disruption to the supply lines. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Where I was living was not a great place to live anymore. I began to pray for a place to go, praying for all of these things that a 9-year-old would want. I wanted horses, big house with a bunch of people my age. I wanted parents. I wanted a mom and a dad. Before I even prayed it, the Lord had already answered my prayer with the Big Oak Ranch. Who would that 9-year-old be if she never came to the Big Oak Ranch? I would be trying to fight for survival instead of fighting to break a cycle.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
An Arkansas man was arrested and charged by police in the city of Troy for possession of narcotics. 47-year-old Jason Smith of Little Rock was found to have a large amount of meth and some amount of marijuana. Police were called on Monday about a suspicious person being seen using those narcotics. Bottled water is now being handed out to customers by the Limestone County Water and Sewer Authority after some maintenance on the water lines caused discoloration. The Water Authority says that this is natural sediment running through the pipelines. Customers who are being affected by the discoloration can receive a case of bottled water per household for the next few days. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Today's show is brought to you by Farmers Markets. Want to spend $35 on a tiny jar of honey? Head to your local farmers market.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. That changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Running a facility is already demanding. You don't have time for miscleaning, sick days, or inconsistent results.
At Janney King Gulf Coast, we have a proven method to solve those problems. Our franchise owners are trained and supported, and our franchise model means the people cleaning your building care about the outcome as much as you do. If your cleaning company is creating more work instead of preventing it, it's time for a clean that you can count on. Visit JannyKingCleans.com to learn more.
This is Johnny from Sinclair's on Vaughn Road. We've been in business almost 30 years.
Sinclair's East, Vaughn at Taylor.
I think if you hadn't tried us, you should give us a try. We've got a great menu, offered anything from chicken fingers, wings, salads, fajitas. At lunchtime, we do great country lunch with different vegetables and different meats every day.
Sinclair's, where you get great sandwiches and our daily meat and 3 special at lunch, to great pasta, chicken, steaks, and seafood for dinner.
Our most popular items are, we got a soup called she crab soup, which is extremely popular. We've got a bunch of pasta dishes, which people love. Mediterranean chicken is my favorite.
Sinclair's.
We do live music, light stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, maybe 3-piece bands or 4-piece bands.
Come see why Sinclair's has seen lesser restaurants come and go over the years. Johnny Sullivan Sinclair's, at the corner of Vaughn and Taylor. Find them on Facebook at Sinclair's East. Google search Sinclair's Restaurant. Sinclair's.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry, and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASE Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASE Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Live local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
When they pick a brand new one, the missiles come. He gets blown to kingdom come. Ayatollah, then they choose another one. Really dumb. Get ready to say goodbye. Ayatollah, never gonna stop. Blow it up. If you're next in line, your time will be up. Gonna suck. Kiss your ass goodbye. Ka, 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 boo. Kiss your ass goodbye. Bye, 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 boo. The Ayatollah, Ayatollah, the brand new Ayatollah is gonna die, Ayatollah.
I need some good news, baby. Feels like the world's gone crazy. Give me some good news, baby. Give it to me, give it to me.
Our Good News feature brought to you by Georgia Floors Direct on the boulevard across from Lowe's. And the good news, this is a great story. 80-year-old dude in, well, it doesn't say. What happened to the good old days of who, what, when, where, and why? But
we need the facts.
He's been fighting cancer, and he's a huge fan of classic cars. He doesn't have the energy to go to the car shows anymore, so they brought the show to him, and they had a huge parade of classic cars right in front of his house.
I just want to make sure my grandpa goes out without anger and be able to see his classic cars. I just wanted to do something special for him.
I'd seen him at a show last summer. He looked familiar, and I was like, it's something, that you do for your community.
Hopefully we'll get a couple nice cars out here and make him smile.
It's going to be something that our family's going to be able to keep with them forever,
Oh, I couldn't believe everybody. Just all this for me.
That is so sweet.
I've seen people do that for kids for their birthdays and stuff.
Brad McDonald, his wife, beautiful wife Hayden, was battling cancer a number of years ago, and they did that for her on her birthday. And I played the video And it was huge, just a tremendous line of people because she wasn't feeling up to going out to eat and things like that.
Yeah.
And then our chief engineer, our beloved chief engineer for many years, Tom Jones, was ill and struggling. So our former general manager, Terry Barber, organized a similar parade, and I participated in that one.
That's awesome.
And it was such a good feeling,
Yeah.
to just let people know, hey, we care. We hope things turn around, get better. And if you ever have a chance to do one of those, do it, because it's a great way to make everybody feel a little bit better. Is that Jeff?
It is.
All right, here he is, the Lord of the Laminates. Thank you for bringing us that good news, Jeff Mallinson. How are you today?
Man, I'm great. I just got finished with my buddy Donnie Turner over at Montgomery Paint and Body.
Oh!
Yeah, I did a little boo-boo and backed out in my wife's brand new Jeep Wagoneer and ripped the mirror off of it. And, well, that didn't go over well. But anyways, Donnie made me look like a hero because, like he says, made just like new, maybe better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No, I called Donnie and I heard you had been over there, but I wasn't sure for what. But hey, let me give you the highest compliment. MPB, Montgomery Paint and Body, is the Georgia Floors Direct of what they do. Because you are that kind of business,
they really
man.
Are.
Locally
Because I'm
owned.
going to tell you what, he did a great job for us, and he told me today, I can't remember how many, it was an unbelievable amount of cars he said he was trying to get delivered today, and he had 4 more to go. But anyway, he's just not just a superb individual, but does an amazing job, and you can really tell he knows what he's doing. So he got us taken care of. Thank you for that recommendation, Greg.
Sure. Glad to do it. Just like I'm, without hesitation, recommend people to Georgia Floors Direct. Year after year, voted the best in flooring in the River Region by people who have actually gone there and shopped and gotten the deal they wanted, the flooring they wanted, at a great price. And it's an easy thing to do. And, of course, you've done some amazing stuff for me in the realm of home improvement, from countertops to carpet to a hardwood floor. I mean, flawless. So
Yeah, well, as you know, Greg, radio. You know radio like the back of your hand. And nobody can come in there and do what you do on a daily basis. But when people come in to look at flooring, it's a lot different than it used to be. When I very first started out, flooring was a lot easier to navigate 34 years ago. But now there's so many options. There's so many, for instance, with hardwood, not all hardwood takes the same adhesive. Wider planks take adhesive than narrow planks. Longer planks take different adhesive. They use, different amounts of adhesive. We need to make sure we have the right moisture barrier down there. We can help you navigate all of those things to make sure you get a job that's done flawlessly. So that's what we do, whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl plank, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic and porcelain tile, custom area rugs, countertops, blind shades, or shutters. We can handle it.
you can, and your installer, man, when I've had something installed by you, I fix some refreshments and just sit and watch, because I love watching people who not only are really good at what they do, but the care, the precision. I've seen teams of people. I've seen individuals. It's like, and by the way, I've been talking about this too, the marble and granite kitchen countertops you guys have with that new finish. That I'd never seen that before until I was over visiting you a couple of weeks ago, and very, very impressive.
Yeah, we just did a house in McGee Estates, and this was in an office that, one of the old houses that still had a wet bar. And the whole room is really beautiful wainscoting wood, and we did a beautiful dark hardwood floor to match the walls. And at the wet bar area, he did a reversed ebony Carrara. So, Carrara marble is white with gray streaks. This was black with white streaks, and we did it in an old world leathered finish.
Oh.
And, man, it was gorgeous. It absolutely was gorgeous.
That is really a fine finish. I've seen that over there. Jeff, you're the perfect guy to bring us the good news. We appreciate you. And Georgia Floors Direct, of course, a flooring destination since the year the earth stood still, which is 1969, now owned by Jeff.
Yeah.
And the Merry Band of Floyers on the boulevard across from Lowe's. Thank you for your time this afternoon.
Hey, love you guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too, my friend. Take care. There's one of the good guys right there. I really do love the fact, like Terry Adams, for example, and many others, they trust the people that advertise on this show, and they use them. And I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Including one Pamela Dubuque.
Yes, at AMS. I have a traffic update. Somebody just called.
Let me get the attention-getting sound effect.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
It was Small Town Girl, and she was calling about I-85 southbound going towards the interchange from like Union and Court Street, it being backed up. But she also said she could see blue lights on the northbound side in that area. So I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully we hear kind of more about it.
Yeah, Skipper will have an update for us here in just a couple of minutes. Wow. I had this whole crap pile, and we barely touched it, but we found plenty to talk about.
Yeah, we've been busy.
What can we waste these last couple of minutes on here in this 4 to 5 o'clock hour? Because we do have the Wall Street Business Report, Salem Radio Network News, and then Brett McDonald at 5:15. I was thrilled to see the market. Here's a call.
Goodness.
Good afternoon. Who are we speaking with?
It's Small Town Girl calling back.
Oh.
Hey.
Pamela, you got it backwards.
Uh-oh.
It's northbound that's backed up and can't tell what it is, and southbound you can see. I could see blue lights in the middle.
Okay.
But all of it is between Union Street and the interchange.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm glad you called
So,
back.
and I'm glad you're better, Pamela.
Thank you.
This is the best she's looked since that dark
For
day.
weeks.
Was it 2 or
Yeah.
3 weeks ago when you had the abdominal discomfort?
It was February 11th.
3 weeks.
So 3 weeks.
Well, we missed you.
I miss being here.
Nobody
it was
missed her more than I did.
very disruptive. Ugh, it was terrible.
You know, when you have a team, it's tough to lose your MVP for 2 weeks. We struggled. We did our best.
You did okay, but we sure did miss her, didn't we?
Thanks. I'll take okay. That's a fine compliment. Thank you, small town girl.
Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.
Okay, hold on.
Take care. I wonder what small town.
We have a traffic update live.
Another traffic update. Here we go. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike the mechanic.
Mike the mechanic. I love your music.
I'm on the I-85 southbound headed toward the interchange, and I haven't seen anything yet except for another average day trying to get into or out of Montgomery.
Well, so
I mean, it's always the same, you know.
It's always screwed up.
Especially at this time, right? But my GPS shows an accident ahead. I haven't run into it yet.
Well, we don't want you to run into it. What color is the road on the GPS? Is it black or red or yellow?
It does show a red streak, and whenever I entered this area, the GPS says a 5-minute slowdown is ahead.
Okay, not too bad. At least it's moving.
So it's moving, yes, sir. Well, y'all hang in there, man. Y'all are doing a great job. I love listening to y'all.
We're very grateful to have you out there with us. Thank you. Don't forget, after the show, we're going to head over to Baumhauer's Victory Grill as we do on Wednesdays. Again, hey, we had a kid who won the pop quiz question on Random Facts week before last. And last week, his dad brought him up to Baumhauer's.
Aw.
I wish I'd had a recorder because this young man, I think like maybe 12, 13, 14, somewhere in that area, was asking incredible questions about news stories.
Wow.
That really made me think that I'm not sure if I have the right answer for that. He's going to be sitting in his chair one day down the road. But what I loved, I was telling Rich Thomas, because we were both like that when we were that geeky age, you know?
Yeah, very inquisitive.
Yes.
Made sure you had all the information, a sponge.
Yeah. And he had won the food outlet gift certificate, so I had a $30 Baumhauer's gift card, and I said, I want you to treat your dad to dinner for bringing you here. And we may do that tonight. Now, next week, though, that's going to be the big one because we'll be celebrating Pamela's birthday belatedly. We'll be celebrating Master Thespian's birthday as we welcome the great Warhawk. And in some way or another, we're going to celebrate Janelle's birthday. Hers is the 12th. And I think I'm going to try and get her on a phone or something, maybe a tablet, to say hello to everybody.
Cool.
Because she is forever grateful for all the wonderful things that have been done. Although I remember when her aging dog, Bella, she was so worried with the move to New Orleans because Bella was struggling with her legs. They were getting weak. And I sold key lime pies, and we raised enough money for her to have custom-made ramps so she could get out of the car and go into the backyard without having to use steps. And of all the cool things the listeners have done, in fact, I think, do I have this? I came across it the other day. Our listeners, when she was in graphics design getting ready to graduate, they had to have an exposition. And the kids had to raise, I don't know, it was like $3,000, $3,500 to rent the space and do all this. And look, these are artists. These are not salespeople. So we did all these goofy things. I offered to show up at Baumhauer's dressed as Darth Vader if we could get to 1,000 on the GoFundMe. We did it in like 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
And ultimately, I said, people have these preconceived notions about Alabamians.
Yeah.
And this is a chance for us to show, hey, we're pretty cool people here. We raised all of that money. And the best part was Janelle's telling me the next day, she said, I walked into my graphics design class and was literally assaulted with what's going on. We haven't even had a chance to talk about how we're going to raise this money, and it's raised.
Yeah.
And they sent this wonderful thank you. They used instead of, selling or whatever they were going to do, they put their skills together and created this beautiful thank you.
Long, long ago in a campus far, far away. Well, technically it was a week ago, but time is relative. There is unrest in Florida Atlantic University. It was a dark time for graphic design students. We were being plagued by something that was as white and ruthless as stormtroopers, but even more menacing. Bills, down payments, venue insurance. How could the graduating graphic design class produce good work while being oppressed? Little did they know that Greg Bedell, father of Goose, would come to their rescue. Together with the listeners of Happy Hour Radio, they built a weapon that was so strong that could even take down the Death Star. Love and support. With your donation, we were able to focus on our designs and get ready for our careers. We are forever grateful. You have given us a new hope, and for that we say, thank you!
That's making my eyes water listening to that. They were so grateful.
That's awesome.
And they did have a wonderful exposition. And I asked Janelle not long ago if she's in touch with any of that class. Excuse me. And so many of them have had really good careers.
Good.
And hey, everybody that participated in that was so generous. Know that money was well invested. All right, we've got traffic, Wall Street Business, Salem Radio Network News, then Brad.
We have an accident on I-85 southbound. It is going to be just past South Union. It's against the center divider, but the left lane is blocked. Right lane traffic, the two right lanes are your best bet. That is really slowing traffic down there. Very busy everywhere else. High volume of traffic on the roads right now. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. No other issues we're aware of at the moment. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
With a Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Major tech companies have signed a ratepayer protection pledge that President Trump calls a historic win.
This means that the tech companies and the data centers will be able to get the electricity they need, all without driving up electricity costs for consumers.
If you go to live concerts, you know how pricey those tickets can be.
A Justice Department lawyer has told a New York jury at the start of an antitrust trial that the concert ticket industry is broken because Ticketmaster and its parent company Live Nation Entertainment have monopolized the market, driving up prices for consumers. Attorney David Marriott argued on behalf of Ticketmaster and Live Nation. He said the government's wrong and the ticket industry is more competitive than ever. Keith Peters, Washington.
Shaking off concerns about the fighting in Iran on Wall Street, the Dow was up 238 points, and NASDAQ up by 290. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
It's March 4th, the greatest day ever. On the 4th of March, 2005, billionaire media mogul Martha Stewart was released from a federal prison after serving 5 months for insider trading. Ms. Stewart's vacated cell was immediately filled by another prisoner who exclaimed, "I don't know who was here before me, but I love what she's done with the place." Have a great March 4th, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
506, Jesse.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. A U.S. submarine has sunk an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean. The sinking happened as Washington and Israel intensified their bombardment Wednesday of Iran's security forces and other symbols of power. As the war expands yet again, Tehran has warned of the destruction of the Middle East's military and economic infrastructure. President Trump says he'll soon endorse a Republican candidate in the Texas Senate race, and he's warning that the divisive contest, quote, cannot for the good of the party and our country itself be allowed to go on any longer, unquote. Incumbent John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton advanced on Tuesday to a May 26th runoff for the nomination. On Wall Street, the Dow by 238 points. More details at srnnews.com.
Is your Jesus shaped more by culture than by scripture? In our instant world, we've made Jesus into a life coach, a therapist, a political ally. The Missing Messiah, a new book by Kyle Idleman and Mark Moore, helps us understand how Western culture has gradually reshaped Jesus into our image and recognize the difference between a personalized Savior and a revolutionary King. If you believe there's a more dangerous, more majestic Messiah than the one you've inherited, visit missingmessiah.com to learn more.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurer.
I am Jeff Bezos. The rumors are true. I desire to purchase the Seahawks of Seattle, champions of the National League of Footballing. I'm told that no billionaire's portfolio is complete without a professional sports ball team, but do expect some modifications. While Seahawks are majestic in flight, I shall change the name to an even more majestic bird. The Seattle Amazon delivery drones. And as with all ownership changes, there will be some cost-saving roster moves. I mean, have you seen how much these players make just to run fast? Please! They'll all be replaced by my warehouse workers. They earn minimum wage, and after an 8-hour shift with no break, you should see how fast they run to the bathroom. It's a home run! Touchdown!
5:09 on News Talk 93.1 FM. Brant McDonald joining us in about 6 minutes. I was today again. The market was down at the opening, and then an interesting phenomenon occurred. It started to climb back up, just like yesterday. It was down 1,200 points, and finished the day down 400. But hey, they regained a lot of that loss before the end of the day, and today it finished up, I believe, by a couple of 100 points. 238. Green is good when you're looking at the market indexes. So Brent will give us the backstory on all of that and some numbers coming out. I believe one came out today, and then there's another one on Friday, a jobs number that we got to keep an eye on. Senate Republicans hand President Trump a win on Iran strikes despite GOP defections. Gee, who could that have been? I wonder. It's just, I got to tell you, I love my new Fetterman index. If John Fetterman, and he was quick to say it too, he said this is right and just. Mm-hmm. And he's a Democrat. We made fun of this guy when he was running in the last election 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh, when we first saw him in sweatpants and baggy shirts and
yeah,
everything.
Hey, dressed like you're in a, and now he's the adult in the Democratic Party, and probably the only one.
Maybe he dresses like that because he doesn't respect any of them because they're fake as heck.
This is true. There's a lot of people with great hair and nice suits
circus
that are nothing more than whores, who are trying. The fact that they can't pass this voter ID thing.
Bidder.
Yeah, why can't they pass the Voter ID Act? Thune. It's disgusting. Anyway, we're at 11 minutes after 5 o'clock. We're going to head over to Baumhauer's after the show like we do on Wednesday. I believe the movie Maven will be there this evening with us. And please join us. We have such a great time. Want to thank the pharmacists at Adams Drugs at Copperfield and Taylor Road for helping me with my toe issue. This is the new and improved cover for the toe. I don't know what's going on. I'm a clean person. Oh, I mean, maybe a bit of a slob. But I take pretty good care of myself. But I've got this right toe that's been a state of rebellion for the last 20 years. It's always got something going on. Not the left toe, just the right one. I don't know why that is.
Because nothing ever happens in symmetry on our bodies.
But I was relieved to say this can probably be treated by over-the-counter products, which I did purchase. And unless it starts to get painful, then you might want to consider a podiatrist, but you should be able to avoid that if you take this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I decided to do. And just thinking, well, I could have wasted 2 or 3 hours going to a doctor, only being told, go see go get a pedicure or whatever. And I do get pedicures. I just appreciate the fact this is the third time in the last few months where they've steered me in the right direction. One was an eye problem with an over-the-counter solution, but it's not all over-the-counter solutions are the right over-the-counter solution. So they will make a recommendation specific to your situation, the severity of it, and so forth. And they're happy to do it. So pick when you need to pick a good brain, you can't go wrong at any of their 12 locations, all findable at adamsdrugs.net. Their customer service is extraordinary. Walk into a pharmacy where you feel appreciated, where they really care about getting your medicines right, answering any questions you may have about them, or trying to save you money on a copay that comes back looking a little high. When you're not feeling good and there's nobody around to pick it up for you, they do deliver. Don't hesitate to ask. Their gift shops are great, and if you need a Coke and a candy bar to feel better, well, you can do that too. At all 12 Adams Drugs locations. And don't forget the butt paste, the miracle skin cream that has brought relief to many an infant suffering from diaper rash, but adults that just want to have good-looking, nicely nourished skin. adamsdrugs.net.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
The sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of Current Safe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second-grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe. Know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with Current Safe.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
516 on News Talk 93.1 FM. That works so much better with the microphone on.
Mm-hmm.
We were just, I was looking up this. I was telling, sometimes I have lame-ass stories I can tell everybody. And sometimes I have lame-ass stories that I only want Pamela to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about a particular, last hour with Jacqueline, we had the conversation about women who have a lot going on can be very intimidating for men who
don't.
And I understand that, and I brought up the example of somebody who worked in the newspaper business down in Florida. It was a passionate romance. And one thing that she and 2 or 3 other writers on the paper that I was very close with, paper that was very good to me, We all stayed very tight until Barack Obama became president. And when I was not on his side, they dumped me like I was a dingleberry on the end of a snot rag. It was pretty sad. It's 17 minutes after 5 o'clock. Is that our guy?
It is.
All right. It's time to talk to the man we call Mr. Right on the Money, Brett McDonald from Invista Advisors.
Hey, Greg.
How are you
today, buddy?
Hey, it was good to see.
I'm not bad.
It was good to see a comeback today. And yesterday, the rally, was down almost 1,200 points early on. It still finished down 400. What's the market's reaction at this point to what's going on in Iran and oil futures and the price of oil per barrel and everything as of now?
Well, yeah. So it's like we talked about yesterday. You're right. Yesterday morning at the opening bell, we were down nearly 1,200 on the Dow, S&P 500, the Nasdaq, all major indexes down sharply. But it was all centered around that sort of seize up, if you will, in the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, you've got hundreds and hundreds of oil vessels who had all of their insurance revoked, and that's what caused the nervousness, because that's a lot of oil coming out of that region of the world. And then, of course, as we reported yesterday, Trump signed an executive order in the middle of the day that basically provided an insurance backdrop with the full faith and credit of the United States government. And with that, we had a sharp rally. So you look at it today, the Dow Jones up about roughly 250 points. NASDAQ up nice today as well. But if you look at it in terms of like a two-day trade, so yesterday and today, the market's even. So, that's not a bad thing when you're in the midst of a massive war in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, certainly a lot of volatility. I will admit that. But again, I think everything's sort of calming down a little bit, if you will, in markets. No question, Greg. I mean, we're going to keep an eye on this Iranian situation. You have to. But as I've been saying, the private credit markets are also something that we're watching really close. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was talking to my team, and many of them asking me, hey, what do you think about all of this with the Iranian situation? Should we call an emergency investment committee meeting? And I said, well, possibly so, but we're still doing research around the credit side of things, and believe it or not, that concerns me more than this Iranian thing right now. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty focused on that, more so than the war. I would also say, too, this morning we did get a report from ADP, which is the private payroll numbers. They were a little bit better than expected, came in around 68,000 new private sector jobs. That's a pretty decent number from ADP. I would add, too, that as we continue to go through jobs numbers, particularly the government release numbers, we know that, Greg, over the last year, President Trump has shed nearly 14% of the federal workforce. Mm-hmm. And so private sector payrolls are going to become a lot more important. I mean, they've always been important, don't get me wrong, but they're becoming a little more important than they have been over the years because of the huge downsize in the size of the federal government. So we're going to be monitoring to kind of see where those workers are going. Are they winding up in more local sort of municipalities, those types of government jobs, or are they making their way into the private sector? Last month, when we got the jobs numbers for January, one of the things we highlighted was the fact that small business formation was really surging. And I made a comment to you on the air that I suspected and wondered if many of those workers who were displaced are beginning to form their own small businesses. As you know, I've been saying so far this week, we're going to get Friday's jobs numbers from the Department of Labor. And so, again, we're going to be hyper-focused on what that, certainly private sector payrolls, but also really looking at the small business numbers as well.
I know this is a tough question because like you said, with a situation like the one in Iran, it can get volatile. It seems to have settled down. In fact, it's kind of reflected in the headlines, Brand. I've got about 5 or 6 news sources up at all times in the studio, and the amount of space devoted to the situation in Iran has shrunk to about half of what it was just 2 days ago.
It definitely has.
That sort of implies,
exactly.
Okay, this is, it's happened, it's settling in, it's going to take its course, but it seems to be going well.
Yes, it does. And I've mentioned this to you and everyone who asks me, there's no question. I mean, it's true. It's absolutely true. We have the finest military in the world. We're seeing that on full display. They have completely dismantled Iran in no time flat. The question now remains, how do we handle sort of the diplomatic side of things after all this? Who will lead that country? And how much does it take in terms of U.S. military involvement to make that happen? That'll be kind of the next phase of all of this. And so we'll be watching that, super, super close. But I think for now we can say I think the oil markets more than likely are going to begin to settle down. I think things over the next 2 to 3 weeks will settle down. And we'll be back to monitoring sort of more the blocking and tackling types of things, a lot of the data and, things that we typically follow. But in the meantime, I would just say we get a whole host of retailer numbers tomorrow. That's going to be important. And then, as I said, the big one on Friday, which is jobs. So stay tuned for all that.
Well, we appreciate the calm and reasoned analysis on all of this, Brant, and we will look forward to having you join us tomorrow.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. Y'all have a great evening and take care.
Okay, say hi to Hayden for us and the family.
Yep, we will.
You're a good man. Appreciate it.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
There's Timmy Waltz on TV trying to tap dance his way out of a $19 billion fraud case. They better go after him and Ellison and that limp-wristed freak mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry. I have a feeling that they all had their hands in the till there. Look at Waltz. I mean, just beyond baffled.
Yep.
He's lost a lot of weight, too. He doesn't have his fat Elmer Fudd face anymore.
He's probably stressed.
I would think so when jail is looming. And that's exactly where that guy belongs. Not that I'm judge and jury. Mm-hmm. I just don't like him. But in a way, I wish he was, because I had such satisfaction the night of the vice presidential debate year before last, watching J.D. Vance destroy him.
In the nicest way.
In the nicest, most professional, articulate way. It was a thing of beauty.
So satisfying.
So since he's doing the Somali Waltz in Congress, we'll play the song after this brief break here on News Talk 526.
We have an accident on I-85 southbound. It is going to be just past South Union. It's against the center divider, but the left lane is blocked. Right lane traffic, the 2 right lanes are your best bet. That is really slowing traffic down there. Very busy everywhere else. High volume of traffic on the roads right now. Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. No other issues we're aware of at the moment. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with Jay Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Join us tomorrow from noon to 1 at Premier Portable Buildings, 1690 South Memorial Drive in Prattville for our Warm Hearts for Seniors supply drive. Drop off much needed supplies to benefit the Central Alabama Aging Consortium.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith. learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Attention Montgomery business owners. Want more customers without guessing how to reach them? Blue Water Broadcasting isn't just radio. We're your full-service digital marketing partner. From smart social media campaigns to targeted display ads to SEO that actually works. We help your business get seen by the right people at the right time. Whether you're a local shop, a growing brand, or an established company, our team can build a custom strategy that drives real results on air and online. Ready to grow? Call Blue Water Broadcasting today or visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, your audience is waiting.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Minnesota, you might have heard there's quite a load of money missing, new millionaires, all the kids are leering in fake daycares. The Somali waltz, the Somali waltz, it's the same old song. The Somali waltz is sad but true. Right, you could be governor, and if you need a green card, marry your brother with liberal judges on the take. There's no fear of justice while they shimmy and they shake. The Somali waltz, the Somali waltz, it's the same old song. The Somali waltz is sad but true.
They better get somebody for that. By the way, Natasha Owens is the artist who does that. And maybe we'll play the one she does on Bruce Springsteen, because he's a joke. I was going to call him something worse, but we'll be polite. Mm-hmm. She's quite the dish there, Pamela.
I know. I've heard you're a fan.
I'm trying to put it in a way that makes me sound classy and not sexist, but I guess I don't have that skill. Carolyn Levitt, we haven't played her for a while. She got into it with Caitlin Collins of Prattville, Alabama, originally.
Ugh.
And now with the despicable CNN. Maybe not for much longer. Maybe Caitlin's a little twisted in her knickers because she may not be one of those who survive the merger, the Paramount Warner Brothers CNN merger.
I don't know.
So I haven't heard this, so let's give it a listen.
Is going to attend the dignified transfer for these families. Given what Secretary Hegseth said this morning.
Parrot.
Oops.
Is it the position of this administration that the press should not prominently cover the deaths of U.S. service members?
No, it's the position of this administration that the press in this room and the press across the country should accurately report on the success of Operation Epic Fury and the damage it is doing to the rogue Iranian regime that has threatened the lives of every single American in this room. If the Iranian regime had their choice, they would kill every single person in this room. And so we can all be very grateful that we have an administration and that we have men and women in our armed forces who are willing to sacrifice their own lives for the rest of us in this room and for every American across the country and for every troop that is based in the Middle East. That's what these...
Hexet was complaining that it was front page news about these 6 service members who were killed.
That's not what the Secretary said, Caitlin, and that's not what the Secretary meant, and you know it. You know you're being disingenuous. There is not... We've never had a Secretary of Defense. Who cares more?
There are tragic things happen. It's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad.
Yes,
you know, we cover the deaths of U.S. service members under every president.
The press does only want to make the president look bad. That's a fact. Especially you. No, listen to me. Especially you and especially CNN. And the Secretary of Defense cares deeply about our war fighters and our men and women in uniform. He travels all across this country to meet with them, to connect with them, and your network has hardly ever probably reported on that. You also have the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Chairman Kane, who's a brave patriot standing alongside the Secretary at the
Wait a minute. Hold on. Little pause.
Pentagon this morning, again expressing his condolences to these families. And I just told you that the President of the United States will be attending their dignified transfer. So please,
That's not making the president look bad. That's showcasing that.
We expect you to cover that as you should. We expect you to cover that as you should, Caitlin. But you and your network know that you take every single thing this administration says and tries to use it to make the president look bad. That is an objectable fact.
I don't think covering troop deaths is trying to make.
If you're trying to argue right now that CNN's overwhelming coverage is not negative of President Donald Trump, I think the American people would tend to agree, and your ratings would tend to disagree with that as well.
She's so good at what she does, and Caitlin Collins,
insufferable.
Absolutely. You know, any loss of life, it's awful. You feel it, especially real patriots. And that was the first thing I said the other day when the first deaths were announced. And I said, you better believe Donald Trump will be there to welcome them home. That he has talked to every family and has made many accommodations for them that are probably not known, because that's the way he is.
Right.
If he was...
How many stories have come out a decade later about, you know, a mortgage being paid off or medical bills being paid or my wife's this being covered because he, you know, found out through so-and-so. I work at a restaurant. And
when he first ran for president, there was a story, two, involving black women. One was an employee of his company who had an alcohol problem. He gave her all the time, paid her, and allowed her to get the help she needed. And there was an awesome clip of her thanking him for saving her life. There was that. Then he found out that some woman was living unauthorized in one of his buildings, and the circumstances behind it were very troubling. So with help, he allowed that woman to stay in that apartment, whatever it was, until she could get back on her feet. This portrayal of him as some ruthless, horrible person with no heart is just so wrong. And the thing is, the Clintons loved him. Everybody loved him.
I was going to say, and this wasn't until he was public enemy number one as the opposition nominee for president.
You know what happened? He used to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
A lot of people in his administration used to be Democrats. That's when the party had a more rational base. But this is, you know, these are like the little rat bastard commies that, what's his name? McCarthy. You know, I hate to say it, he was not a likable fellow. He was a drunk, and he died before he turned 47 years old, I think, because of his drinking. But he was the first to say in public, we have communists infiltrating every level of our State Department, every branch of government, and he was 100% right. And pretty much the fact that they managed to turn the tables on that guy put the people in place to murder JFK. Because they didn't want a guy who was all about freedom. And as it's been pointed out by David Blackman and others, while he was overall good and the right guy to lead the Allied troops during World War II, Dwight Eisenhower's biggest mistake was not taking Castro out at the front end of that revolution. Yeah. Not just for taking an important dimension out of the Cold and bringing us ultimately to the brink of World War III with the Cuban Missile Crisis. But those people could have been free for the last 70 years. And instead, I don't even know if they've had a new car down there.
I was just going to say, they do have cool cars, though.
Yeah, but that's all they can get.
Yeah.
Are these old jalopies that I guess they take care of them. I don't know. But that's about to change. That's going to be one of the next big stories in the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Because Cuba is running out of power. And as David told us, all of this, from Iran to Greenland to Cuba, this is all about kneecapping China without having to fire a shot. He has done amazing things, Donald Trump has, and the media will just never, ever give him credit. And I don't understand. I don't understand. The problem is there's too many stupid people left who lack the critical thinking skills to make their own decision. All right, traffic time at 5:39.
Well, we have two issues at the moment on the roads as far as accidents. Atlanta Highway at Bellhurst. Overturned vehicle with injuries there. And we had an accident 85 southbound in the vicinity of South Perry. Left lane blocked. Right two lanes are your best bet. That's causing a slowdown. And we got the crawl going on. Bell to Taylor to Chantilly this afternoon. Very heavy on Taylor Road. Troy Highway, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Get ready for spring at Premier Place, Shop Cato Fashion, Sally Beauty, Professionals and Spa and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton & Company development. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A man on Alabama's death row for killing a Montgomery County Sheriff's deputy is now eligible for a new trial. An appellate court ruled prosecutors violated Michael Sockwell's 14th Amendment rights in his 1990 trial. Sockwell was convicted of killing Deputy Isaiah Harris, who was shot in the face on his way to work in 1988. An officer at Kilby Correctional Facility has been arrested after he was discovered with prison contraband. Prison authorities found Officer Shelby Sharp in possession of large amounts of the drugs Flakka and Suboxone. Sharp is currently being held in the Montgomery County Jail and has resigned his position. The Wetumpka City Council has approved $289,000 for 5 new police vehicles. The money will fund the replacement of 3 vehicles and an additional 2 patrol cars for the Wetumpka Police Department. The council also approved spending $8,000 to upgrade fire trucks. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Did you know Epicure and Jack's Tavern is also a butcher shop? Epicure and Jack's Tavern wet-age premium cuts in-house and hand-cut every steak themselves. That means you're eating the same quality beef restaurants brag about, because they are the ones cutting it. From ribeyes to fillets, this is craftsmanship you can taste. Epicure and Jack's Tavern, where the butcher and the steakhouse live under one roof.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we stay dry and the overnight low temperature falls to the mid-50s. Expect another warm day on Thursday with a high temperature up to about 84, maybe some widely scattered showers by Thursday afternoon, then scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not a washout, and we'll be flirting with record highs with mid-80s on Friday and Saturday and 83 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Sang for me in those glory days of old. Where is your song for justice? Where is your song for the working man? I was born in the USA, and you spill my promised land. You preach from your mansion, but you don't know the cost. I thank God you're not the boss.
From the boss. You need help from the boss.
Attention, Natasha Owens.
You are adorable.
I let Jon Stewart say it for me. But that's a really good video, too, because it takes her through her life when she was a Springsteen fan. You know, Springsteen comes out. This is where what the Democrats don't understand. And I'm saying this as somebody who occasionally has an issue with the way Donald Trump puts things. And there's a couple of other things I'm not happy about, but you know what? I really believe he cares about this country as much as Ronald Reagan or any other president we've ever had. And the media just is so dedicated to his destruction. There's no journalism with Caitlin Collins or any of these crackpot networks. But Bruce Springsteen comes out with a song, a monument to Rebecca Good in Minnesota, who left her 3 kids at home and decided to go out and interfere with an ICE operation.
Didn't she live in a different state?
I'm not sure.
I'm going to look that up.
It's her state of mind that makes, yeah. But who would do that? You know, you are in a vehicle which can become a weapon when you aim it at a law enforcement officer, and these jackasses are making her into some kind of a martyr. I understand that GoFundMe raised millions of dollars. it's a freak show. I saw a poll yesterday. 63% of Americans feel America's less safe under Trump. Run that by me again. 63% of Americans feel less safe. He just took out the one guy, and many of his best friends, the one guy who was in the process of developing a nuclear weapon that he would use on us in a heartbeat, or Israel, or any of the other 8 Middle Eastern countries that ended up joining us and Israel and taking this clown show out and putting an end to this. That makes us a lot safer. He said it over 10 years ago on this station, but Dr. David Bronner, who is head of RSA, said the one thing he worries about when it comes to planning futures and money is a nuclear event in the Middle East. He said that could be devastating in a sense that could take years or decades to recover from. Any nuclear event anywhere, but he's primarily, it always seemed like the most likely spot. They didn't learn when we bombed out their nuclear development facilities last year. They were right back at it. They had 60% enriched uranium. They were close to having multiple bombs. And now they don't. But let's worry about Rebecca Good and the rest of the crack pottery. That's the problem. I don't mean to get down here at the end. We're going to go over and have a nice time at Baumhauer's in a couple of minutes. We hope you'll join us.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. Their max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV. Time.
It is time.
Time for
stupid
News.
What news?
Stupid
news. Let's go.
So much of it is. You should see the video from this thing. Mayhem and destruction at a Wendy's drive-thru in New Jersey.
Share it.
I've never seen a video with such violence and destruction in my life.
I kind of get depressed about seeing young people just do that. They're young, they made a mistake, they need to be corrected.
Own up to it, apologize, and move on.
That's absolutely uncalled for, should never happen.
And we can take a look at that video. We'll share this tab here. This is what goes on in these places. Hey, by the way, have you seen, it went around, I did not post it on Facebook, but it's the Waffle House training video.
All right. So
And
that's one
it's
pair of glasses
absolutely
with
freaking
prescription
hysterical
lenses.
because
Plus
basically what they
anti-reflective lens coating.
teach is self-defense,
scratch-resistant coating.
how to
Did I
slam an
choose? UV
obnoxious
protection.
customer through a table,
Award-winning
pushing a
customer
customer's face
service.
onto a hot grill.
That's also me. Free returns,
various
free
techniques
exchanges,
of
and free frame
self-defense.
adjustments for life.
And
Very
how much?
amusing. Because Waffle House has that kind of reputation. Let me see if I can get this to the point where we can actually see the mayhem and destruction caused by this group of Utes. All right, I think this is it.
The search is on tonight for the last suspect wanted for this destructive drive-through attack. This trio went on a rampage causing damage to a Wendy's in Ewing, Mercer County. Two of the suspects have since turned themselves into police, but a third woman still at large. Action reporter Lyndon Pender has more.
It all unfolded right here behind me. Absolute chaos in the drive-thru in the early morning hours of last Saturday. Video of a violent outburst at a Wendy's drive-thru is spreading online and drawing strong reactions in the community.
I saw this.
Where it happened.
This is not something that should be happening. You cannot wrecks. I mean, this is insane, especially if kids were around.
Ewing police say this video is part of their investigation into the incident that unfolded February 21st, just before 3 a.m. at the Wendy's on Olden Avenue.
Yeah, and one reason why it didn't become a bigger story is because they are trying to protect the Utes that chose to be involved. Have you probably not tried the big arch?
No, not. I can't eat all that yet.
Yeah. Rich liked it. Personally, if you want a mammoth burger, get the Victory Burger at Baumhauer's.
Yeah.
It's too enormous. Or the chopped sirloin dinner with mashed potatoes and green beans, very healthy. And you can get 2 big patties, half pound.
I'm still pretty much restricted to like chicken, turkey. I can tolerate some red meat, but only a little bit at a time.
Is that going to improve?
Yeah. It'll just take time. A few months. I'm losing weight though, so I'm not complaining.
I noticed, but I don't say anything. That's like, there are 2 questions you can't ask women. Are you pregnant and are you losing weight?
Right. I lost about 12 pounds while I was in the hospital because I couldn't eat for 5 days.
Oh, that's a tough
So
program.
it was just,
Everybody else is enjoying green Jell-O and lousy spaghetti and meatballs, and you have to...
Ice chips. I had a couple of rounds of ice chips when they let me have them about twice a day.
A new trend in cocktails, which I don't believe they've embraced at Baumhauer's yet, but it's a bone broth Bloody Mary. They're always trying.
Bone broth is very trendy. It's good for you.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get a taste for. I mean, I've made it in other dishes as an ingredient, but I've never had it raw. Let's find out more.
What's the matter? I think I ate the bones. I think I ate the bones. I ate the bones. I ate the bones. Settle down. I ate the bones.
Well,
you don't actually get served the bones.
No, that was actually a clip from a movie. If I'm not, or no, it was from a KFC commercial.
Oh gosh.
My error. And did I play the comedy clip that I promised?
I don't remember.
This
this
funny.
afternoon is
I'm
a blur.
always talking about those.
Just share it, and then we can all hear it.
The Altacacas in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they stay at places called the Villages. This is Kathleen Madigan.
Oh gosh.
Her mother is in one of these places, and this is hilarious.
They go to Sarasota now on that side, but for about 3 years in a row, they went to a place called the Villages. Go to their website. There's nothing like it in the world. It's the largest retirement community in the nation. It's 35 minutes, or if my mom's driving, 8.5 hours away from the Orlando airport. Some guy thought of it. He thought, I'm going to buy all this crappy swamp land and I'm going to make Nirvana for old people. I'll build it. They will come, and they came. There's 350,000 of them. They have their own zip code. They have their own post office. They've got golf courses, swimming pools. And my parents were there, and I go, oh, good, you're going to be at the Villages? That's great, because I have shows in Florida. My mom goes, well, you can come over here, but you can't spend the night on the property. I said, why not? She goes, the law at the Villages, Kathleen, is no one under the age of 55 is allowed to spend the night on the property. So you're telling me at age 48, I'm going to have to again go get a fake ID.
The Villages had a place in, I think it was Boca Raton or Delray, and part of our spring training game group with the Yankees, one guy brought his mother to a lot of games. She was real nice, and she was a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, would you come to my house for dinner one night with my son?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll be happy to. Where do you live? The Villages. And
Most people think the Villages is one place, but they have several of these communities that they've built that are humongous. They're all themed.
Yeah, well, it wasn't as depressing as Cemetery Village, which was where the Fountain Diner was. You all heard that story. But, yeah, that was the only place I needed to. I mean, they check you in, ID, age.
Oh, yeah.
You have to leave by 11, sir. Wow.
Traffic is brought to you by Skipper Pools. Skipper Pools for weekly service, equipment, and liner replacements, and a sparkling pool all year. 356-0237. Skip the rest. Call the best. Skipper Pools.
Got one foot out the door, headed towards Baumhauer's in a moment.
Well, you have two issues at the moment on the roads as far as accidents. Atlanta Highway at Bellhurst. Overturned vehicle with injuries there. And we